Let's talk about why I love being a real estate agent, or even if I love being an agent at all, and if you will like the job. So I think it's worth mentioning some things about real estate industry before I even say whether or not I like this job. I call it a business and a profession, really, because it's not really a job. You don't really come in and clock out. You don't have a boss above you. Even if you join a brokerage, they're not telling you what to do. They're just there to support you, and it's a place to park your license and utilize the brokerage's resources. So, if you're just recently starting, or if you're planning to get into real estate, or if you're studying for your exam and wondering whether or not you're going to love this job, I can't really answer that question. That is something that you have to sit down and explore for yourself and find out if this kind of a lifestyle and ways of earning money is really even for you. I do stress this enough in my other videos where I do talk about taking a personality test, which is called DISC test, where you find out whether or not you are a transactional person or more of like a salesperson. You can still get licensed and be in the transaction area of this industry. I know real estate brokerages hire transactional coordinators, which are very popular. And you could be licensed. And if you are more of a transactional person, you can go that route. But the answer really is up to you. You really have to do your own research, digging, and exploration, whether or not this is just for you. Personally, I think that if you're just doing it for the money, in my personal opinion, I wouldn't do it. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't advise anyone to do anything just for the money, because if there's no passion in the things that you do in life, sooner or later you're going to burn out and you'll just live this life of certain amount of dissatisfaction. I think there is a certain beautiful element of attraction and admiration for people who love what they do. You see them smiling, having lots of energy, exuding lots of confidence. They also like to help others. It's because they love what they do. And only you can if answer this question. Only you can find out whether or not you will love something like being in the real estate industry. And personally, I love this industry and I love being in it. But I actually was in the back of the office before I started in real estate as a licensed agent. So I was able to see how it is in the back office in operations management and administration. And I was able to see then when I got licensed to how it is to be now on the other side. But I did a lot of exploration before I decided to even get licensed, because I didn't want to waste my time and get licensed just so I can sell a house and make a paycheck and pay bills. And I really wanted to make sure that this is something that I wanted to do. So I did a lot of research, finding out whether or not I'm even cut out to be a real estate agent. And I was right in my research, because I am so passionate about the real estate industry. Whenever I meet with anybody I know and we sit down and start talking about real estate, no matter what subject, I get so worked up, and it's like a subject that I can talk about forever. This is actually the an element of exploration in your career. If you have a subject that you just don't shut up about something that you are passionate about, something you're constantly talking about, that might be a career for you. And you'll be passionate and about it, you'll be satisfied doing it, and your life will just have a better quality. For me, I was actually kind of surprised that real estate was something that I was passionate about. I was able to reinforce my research when I got to school. And I had a really good teacher. I had a really good school. I got very lucky. She was just, I don't know, to me, she was just amazing. She was like, I want to say 7 years old, retired, but she was a former real estate agent and she was passionate about her job as well. And I just loved the school and the class and the students and even my post licensing. I loved everything about it. I loved the whole content of real estate, even though the real estate school can sometimes be a little bit boring at times with the contracts. Whenever it comes to talk, whenever we're talking about anything law related, I'm not a lawyer. So whenever we're talking about anything law related, I get a little bored. However, for you, if you are exploring this industry and you want to know whether or not you will even like it, you probably might want to consider working in the industry before getting licensed, or maybe talking to other people that work in the industry and researching for yourself. But for me, real estate is amazing career because not because I have the flexibility of time, which is actually a myth, is because I get to be an entrepreneur and I get to call the shots how I run my business. And I am not run by a corporation that has strict rules and regulations. And I'm just like this person in a cube sitting away 9 to 5. I was already in that atmosphere, in that environment a long time ago when I worked in Manhattan for years, and I was dying in that atmosphere. I was dying, literally like a flower. You put it in a window and you don't water it. That was me. I was just like dying year by year. I was just getting so discouraged because this was just not an atmosphere for me. And real estate career is not easy. It's not glamorous. It's not, yes, we do have flexibility of time, but it's not like you can just take a week off and then not have to reap consequences because of that. You do still have to treat it as a business. And that's why many agents fail, because they come in thinking it's a job. They're coming in thinking the brokerage is going to tell them what to do. They're going to hold their hand. I did mention in my other video, if you want somebody to hold your hand in the first year, you have to find a mentor, somebody that will help you individually and will be able to guide you in your first transactions. But brokerages are not going to hold your hand. They're not going to tell you how to run your business, how to do things. They're not going to do that because that's not their interest. So when you're coming in, you're learning new things about how to run a business. And as long as you treat your quote unquote job as a business and you are constantly learning about how to run a business and you constantly researching things and you are a learner and a researcher and you are not afraid to self-teach yourself things, then I forgot to mention you should be persistent as well, because there's going to be hard times where you might want to give up, and that's where the persistence comes. So if you have these traits, then you are most likely will be able to make it and go through the first initial stages of the business and then enjoy the fact that you are working for yourself. You are starting, I don't want to call it an empire because it's such a played out word, but you're starting your own little world, which you run and it's yours, and you get to help people purchase their most important purchases of their lives, you get to meet interesting people, and you get to learn how to be a real estate advisor and advise people in their real estate transactions, or companies if you get into commercial side of it. So this is pretty much in a nutshell why I like the business, whether or not even I love it or I like it, and what are the reasons why I chose the career and I stayed. If you have any questions, drop them below. I'll be sure to answer them, or contact me via email if you'd prefer some privacy. And if you are studying for your test, good luck. I'm sure you will ace it. And make sure you watch my other videos for studying in real estate. Have a great day, and thanks for watching and listening.